This doesn't really... I have no words for this.
Do you remember these old documentaries where you could see some bad stuff happen? And I mean bad stuff with the capital B bad stuff to our environment. And now, so many years later, it seems like we're exactly in the same spot.
But the thing is, this isn't just old footage. And I took this old camera with me to really document everything that's going on here. And I'm gonna show you what we all did about this place.
This is Ishem, the dirtiest river in Europe. And we're going to clean it up, or at least try to clean it up.
Hey guys, and welcome to Plan B, because Plan A, well, clearly something isn't working. I'm Tom, and in this video, I want to tell you the story of plastic. A lot of plastic. And the eye-opening moment that made me rethink a lot of my personal choices. Is everywhere I look, everywhere I go, I see fucking plastic everywhere. But before we get there, I think it's important to understand why Albania has such a big problem with plastic and who is cleaning it up.
I particularly wrote trash talk. Come on, it's a good one.
This is my friend Christian, who I also met in Albania. And as a local, I think he has a bit more insight into the matter.
Well, obviously there are different factors that have affected the waste management here in Albania. Going out of the communism regime is hard. That is seen in the way people act with trash. You yourself came to the center of my city, Durrës, and probably saw the way the trash was being handled. And how there is a contrast of the beauty of the coastal city vibes and the ugliness of the trash that you could see. They would all end up in landfills, which are running out of space. That's why you see places like Ishem, a beach, being used as a landfill, which is sad. There need to be this system of dividing trash in categories in every family, in every city for this to work. It's a big circulation of excuses coming from the government, to the people, to the industries, and so over. It's sad. It's sad because it's this vicious circle that comes and goes again and again. There are a lot of factors.
Luckily, there's the help of the guys at River Cleanup with a pretty simple goal: to free our rivers and riverbanks of waste with helping hands and smart technologies while changing people's behavior. Now, I got to see that in practice, and their approach is also super easy to understand. Awareness in action. See it and then do something about it. This is a little bit hobbly and it's going to be a little bit warm, but I think the first step here is really to educate the people. And something the founder of the River Cleanup project told me really stuck with me.
We started with cleanup, cleaning up, but it's not a solution. Yeah, you can clean, but if the tap is open, the water keeps running. So with this system, we try to close the tap.
And to help us with that, we called in the support of future generations. Kids.
Only the adults were like you, that would be so much better.
We are not going to change Albania, but the people that can change this country and that change the pollution in your country, it's you, all of you.
All of you. Yes.
I think I would say y'all should work together and try to be more careful. Nature needs our help.
So how the school project works is these kids bring plastic from their homes to school, where it gets collected into big bags. When those are full, they eventually go to a sorting facility to be shredded into plastic flakes. Those flakes are then sold to be used again in future plastic products that you and me use. But the money, it just goes back into the project. For example, to buy these bins and place them in public places. That means there's now a model that brings in financial motives for more waste to be collected, which turns awareness into action.
These are the things that you just don't think about when you're drinking from a plastic bottle. That like this is the place this is going to end up, and I mean this is not just here in Albania. This is everywhere.
So the problem now is like we cleaned all of that, but unless there's like a really great system here in Albania to put all of those things together, to get all the plastic from the rivers, to get them to like these recycle spots, the problem will keep existing. And that's what we're trying to fix here.
And as luck would have it, we actually got a call to meet the mayor to see what those solutions could be.
Ines, do you know where to go?
This way.
This way?
Sulo. Sulo.
We lost our drive. Well, let me tell you one thing. Albania, nature is super awesome. The people are super awesome, but it's definitely a different lifestyle. It's not as busy as the people in Belgium are. So we have no idea if we're still on time, but we do know there's a workshop, but maybe we can turn this thing a little bit around.
Can I go there? Sorry. So good morning, everybody. Thanks for allowing us here to shortly present. So I was thinking, oh no.
Yeah, I was trusting as well.
And then we end up in a workshop where everybody who's working with waste management, plastic collection, is there. So the director of environment was here, many people from the ministry and from the city. So
It just all works out in the end. You just have to trust the process, right?
Go with the flow. Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Okay.
So before we get to clean up the beach, we got one last stop, and that's placing the first eco bin in the city. It's just super simple stuff like this, and that's how you get the people on board. It's like small nudges towards habit change, which is important.
Yeah, this is the solution. Huh? It is happening, and that makes me happy.
And this is how awareness and action combine, a 10-minute cleanup. It's also how the River Cleanup Initiative started, and a perfect time to test that eco bin. Okay, just to get a little bit away from the music, what we're gonna do tomorrow, and what you're gonna see in a little bit, is the actual river cleanup. It's the thing that these guys specialize in. It's just really difficult for me to visualize all of these things, but hey, we're here for the journey. The place we're going to is where the mouth of the river meets the Adriatic Sea. This is the place where all the plastic and industrial waste comes together. And like Thomas said,
this is where the shit hits the fan. Fucking hell.
How even? I cannot fucking see the part where the water hits the fucking beach.
No, it literally, it's paralyzing. It's so overwhelming, you don't know where to start, and it feels like, yeah, how on earth are we gonna have impact on this or make a change?
And now it's just time to clean all this mess up. How much we actually gathered in, I would think two hours of cleaning.
before I show you, Thomas, how many bags did we get?
Over 400 bags.
400 bags? And this is what that looks like. Like, look at this. It's so many bags.
And the good news is that this is not going to end up there.
So, Thomas, it's been a while since we've seen each other. I've had some time to think. That's why I wanted to talk with you, because one of my main problems, main issues right now is everywhere I look, everywhere I go, I see fucking plastic everywhere. Actually seeing Ishem River, that's the thing, right? So as a founder of River Cleanup, how do you deal with this?
I had the same issue. So when I started with this 10 minutes cleanup, I started to see everywhere trash. And my first step was to clean it up. So, but soon you realize that alone you cannot clean it up, it's just too much. So the second phase was then not to buy any plastic. But I also quit eating meat and fish. So at that time I was in a supermarket, not buying plastic, not buying meat, so I was not buying anything. So that wasn't working as either. And now I came to the point where I say there's always a best choice. So if you have to choose between two things, choose the best one. Is it perfect? No. But just go for that one. To me, it's much better that you have a lot of people doing a small change every day that they can keep doing than a few people that are doing everything perfect.
Thomas, thank you. And I think we just need to make a new video to explain a little bit more about plastic for the next coming time, right?
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks a lot, Tom.
So this is the first entry into Plan B, so I'm sure there's so much more to learn about. But I'm 100% sure that this is the future of making real change happen, because we got 3 layers of action right here. We got an NGO, the River Cleanup Team, managing the project, a company that is supporting the project financially, and here that is A.S.Adventure, an outdoor company in Belgium. And I have to say thanks to them, because without them asking me to go document all of this, I couldn't have made this video. And then we have creators like Laura and Ines and me who use their platform to spread awareness and just reach a lot more people. So subscribe if you want to help me write that Plan B, and let me know in the comments which topic I should cover next. Let's make some change happen for real.